What's going on, guys? Living here, and I got a 75-0 Trench Raider kill streak. I want to show you on Nivelle Nights. I was waiting to get one of these streaks on Nivelle Nights, and I finally got one that I thought was worth showing. The end score will say 77, but it's because I get 2 kills up here with my assault class that don't count as my Trench Raider streak. So. But yeah, so overall 77-0 gameplay with 75 going with the Trench Raider. I'll roll up over here, and I usually like throwing some dynamite right there by the crates, just in case I get pushed, and I'm gonna start spotting people from that angle. Just gotta be kind of careful. Sometimes some snipers are looking down that path and they want to shoot you. So I'm spotting as much people as I can. Pick off that one guy right there. You can still do some damage. You don't have to do that necessarily. Because you might draw attention to yourself, but I knew none of them were going to push there, so and then I'm going to unload the rest of my kit because I'm not going to need any of those grenades here in a second, so I just unload everything. No need to have it, right? So I just start chucking it, so I'm able to pick off a kill there and just cause some damage. And then at the last second there, I always blow up my dynamite that I have around there just in case there's some guy who somehow out of nowhere on this night map creeped around and was able to just hide somewhere. I'm able to at least blow them up, or at least discourage people who might be around to want to push up there. You know, they see a bunch of stuff blowing up. Your first inclination is kind of like to want to hold back a little bit, so that's kind of the distraction. So I'm being a little bit of a magician there. I'm distracting you when on the other side of the thing I'm doing something totally different. So I've been usually what I've been doing is I've been pushing around to D and try to help my teammates hold off D, but this game, or today, I was like, you know what, I'm going to, especially this game too, I was like, you know, I'm just going to press right to E, because what's going to end up happening is my teammate's going to go with a battle with them onto D, and then they're going to start trying to spawn down here over here by E. So I was like, you know what, I'm just going to cause, you know, because there's so many people that push over to D, it's pretty tough, and I've been getting a lot of bayonet charges in my back lately. Yesterday was a crazy day of that, so I decided to pull back over here. When they're over here, they do spawn up on this area right here, right to my right, so just be aware that I usually like to be up on the, not necessarily right here. I'm being right here because I already know we're going to be basically in the cabbage, so I think we're going to be okay. But I'll be up a little bit more where I was a second ago when I saw that guy pop up. The reason why you don't want to be standing straight up there is because if anyone's smart enough, they'll grab an AT rocket gun, they'll lay it down, they'll blast you. It's not that difficult. So if you're just standing up there and making yourself out there in the open, so just be aware of that. If you are going to do this, be aware of that. So run up here, I see a sniper. I keep my distance because he's at a sprint speed right now. If I charged at him, he could easily just move right into his bayonet charge. So I'm just stop instantly. Make him challenge you with his shot. Let him stop completely. Don't keep going at him while he has the speed. At least make him stop. It's harder for him to get himself going and go in his bayonet charge. Let him shoot you a couple of times. Who cares? You're gonna be fine. So I did that, and I was able to hold him off. I'm gonna chill right here on the side right here. I'm gonna heal my teammates over here on the side because they're gonna spawn behind me off of F. If they spawn over here by F at the very beginning of the game, they're gonna spawn here right behind me, and they'll normally push up right here. As you can see, I can hear him coming, so I come out there. My teammates are able to finish him off. So keep that in mind. If they do spawn here at the very beginning of the game, they will normally spawn right there. Now, of course, they always can loop around. That's what they start doing a lot right here. But just keep in mind that you can, that's normally where they will push. So I'm trying to watch and trying to make sure that they don't have any squad spawns. I see a guy over there. I want to take him out. I was trying to be kind of hesitant a little bit. Man, I'll tell you what, the RPGs for that class is pretty crazy. It feels like, wow, the accuracy on some of those grenades are insane. I had the game before that I don't know if it was that guy or some other one that was using the RPGs on there, was causing me such problems, and he was just nailing me with them. So yeah, that was an interesting strat that I haven't seen used that effectively on me. You know, maybe a god grenade out of nowhere. I don't really consider those, you know, you just get some crazy deaths. You can't even do about that, but in that situation there, I just kind of kept my distance, saw what he was going to do. I do have some funny instances where I do run into just the craziest things at the craziest time. Going down the alleyway against probably a lot of the sentry kits are pretty bad to go against, but the flame trooper kit's pretty bad. That's pretty bad to go up against. I don't think we'll melt you quickly. So I moved out of there. I wasn't really sure where he went, and so I was like, I'm gonna go risk it over here, then push down to E, because he kind of like disappeared, and I'm not really sure if my grenade got any hit markers on him there when I threw that grenade. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna push over. I can hear him now. And then I try to swing at this guy. I'm notorious for like guys who are crouched on the ground. For some reason, I just completely miss them. Yeah, he's right there. Luckily, he doesn't see me. and I'm able to pull out a way. Now I know instantly when you're going down any of these like trench areas, they're gonna bayonet charge, guaranteed. Get ready to get on the side of that, sit on, and jump up every time. You want to be running instant as quick as you can. Jump up, jump down to get away from them, because that you're done. You won't outrun them, so don't even bother trying to do it. So just keep that in mind. Now I run into them again. I'm like, oh man. So the funny thing is, I was kind of thinking, like, when you have these crazy high kill games with these streaks, there is some skill involved, but there is some luck involved. I wouldn't say like go crazy with like it's complete luck. I'm obviously I've done this before. I know what I'm doing here, but there is some luck that is involved, and so always kind of keep it in mind, so you don't feel like taking the things I tell you and try to implement them, wonder why they're not working all the time. You gotta sometimes just go with it and just do it, you know. Find out what works for you. Glean from me. Don't do absolutely everything I do. Really, you shouldn't ever do that with like anything. You do what you do. Do what you do well, and glean from people. That's a better way to do it. So you'll by hearing me talk and the things I show you, you'll have clear things that, oh, I didn't know that, and that's what you can implement. The other things you're kind of like sketchy about, I wouldn't necessarily go for them. I'd go for things that are pretty clear for you to do. So I wanted to cap D there, but I wanted to flank them all from behind because I was trying to stop this whole wave, this whole push that was going on here. And I end up running into a million medics over here that just want to heal and res themselves. I hear a guy behind me. Luckily, he ran into the tree. He could have bayonet charged me, and then I have to go back over here and kill all the medics again. That's usually, that'll help a high kill count, right? So I was like, okay. So I come over here, and again, I wanted to flank them from behind, stop them from the push. I could have went over there and played a little more conservative. So I kind of bounced back and forth on this game, playing conservative and then playing aggressive. Kind of interesting game flow that I had over here. And I guess the adjustment worked really well because I didn't die, and I was able to have a high kill count, and my score count was high as well too. So that was I think a kind of a well-balanced game, actually. Like I said, with a little bit of luck. Okay, so you'll see some just crazy instances a little bit later on. But I pushed out of there because the moment that didn't work, I was like, well, forget that. Everyone felt like they disappeared. So there's a few instances in the game here where everyone just like disappears on me, and I don't see any teammates spying on me. And when that happens, just don't even bother. You might as well just move out. Like I've said in previous videos, don't be stubborn. If you lose one battle, you're gonna win the next 9. So just move out. Go to another capture point where there's less people. Go cap that, and look on your mini map and find out where your teammates are. Especially on this map, there's a lot of cases of this disappearing teammates, and it's because you have F and A that are so far away from everything else, and you'll have your whole team go there and try to cap it, and you're running with your teammates at go check your mini map if you're in the middle of the map and there's no one around you. Check your mini map. I guarantee you they're probably pressing A or F. So just keep that in mind. So came over here, I was able to handle this, and I'm starting getting some squad spawns on me. That's good. They're spawning kind of near me, so I'm going to take some of them out, kind of watching, trying to be careful as well too for any of those squad spawns at the last second. I hear guys shooting, I see him, this little medic guy right here, so I'm going to take him out as well. I'm going to go over here to B. Surprisingly, I've kind of been slightly enjoying B a little bit. You'll see a video I just had posted recently of talking about how Battlefield isn't fast paced, and it's just kind of a title I was just kind of using to kind of show how fast I was moving, and the attack speed I was doing, and it was on B over here. I've been mainly around B lately. I don't know. I've been kind of been digging B lately. So B and E over there. So because C's pretty open, and D can be kind of open too. There's a lot of moving around on D that can kind of like take forever. It seems like to kill someone. But over here in B, everything's pretty close quarters. There's a lot of sharp turns or something like that. Normally, I wouldn't like this. Like I wouldn't recommend always being in the trenches. Kind of risky. I think D is kind of the more better terrain for a trench raider class, where you can weave around objects, because you want to find balance of having objects around you, but not too close quarters like the trenches here, where you can have a guy easily bayonet charge you at any moment. So, but lately I've been handling B pretty well. So like I said, if you want to go check that video, what I did, you can go. I'll put in one of the cards and have one of the little link things pop up right now, so you can see if you want to go check it out. It's pretty cool. So yeah, we hold down B. Teammates got D, and I will. Oh yeah, I see a guy over here, and I want to cut him off. Fortunately, he picks up my teammate right there, and I kill him, and then kind of want to be careful when you squad spawn. So all you need is you attack a guy with the trench raider class, and you get a squad spawn on you that comes up from behind you and hits you from behind. So I'm not sure if my teammates went up and killed another guy out over here. I thought I saw someone shoot an RPG, some like a grenade launcher or something like that. I don't know why I'm calling RPGs, but you know, kind of the same thing. Where it is propel grenade, but not exactly the same thing as you know, coming out of his little rifle there. But there was no one here, so I was like, okay, well, we'll push E again. Taking some bullet damage, not really too concerned. It's take a bullet sponge. My teammates will usually take them out. So it's usually a good time at this part if you're going to be a bullet sponge to at least spot the enemy players, which I wasn't able to do here. I was more focused on getting smoke, which isn't a bad strat either, but spotting enemy players is will kind of help your teammates out big time there when you're getting, you know, suppressed by bullet fire, and you know, you don't want to go pushing all the way in there, taking unnecessary damage. Don't need to. So this guy drops the other type of flare. He doesn't drop the spots, so that wasn't too concerned about that, which is nice. I don't think I had any smoke grenades, so I'm showing up here now because I was just gonna see if I saw any moment, if I saw an assault player, I was gonna drop down, but I didn't see that, and I saw my teammates handling that, and I wanted to take this guy out because I didn't want any squad spawns on me, because I felt like that's what he was gonna do. They were gonna squad spawn on him and then push to E or D, so I wanted to kind of eliminate that. So I do something I normally wouldn't recommend, and this is the reason why, because you end up chasing someone and they get a squad spawn on them, and then it just turns into complete chaos. So what you were trying to do, which would have been really simple, turned into a nightmare, and a little bit fuel from just a sniper hiding across the map fueled me to go and say, okay, I'm gonna go attack this guy. But fortunately, I'm able to just maneuver just enough out of the way and get my heals just enough to handle it. Listen very carefully to hear them moving up on towards me, and the moment I'm able to get my health up and I see them spawning, I'm not going to waste any more time. I'm like, okay, I'm just going to get out of here. So one interesting I have been kind of noticing, I haven't really tested it out, but I'm normally a person who's always like, you should run with your gun out, because that's what you kind of want to engage people with first. You can't just run up to anyone straight, you know, every single person and hit them with the trench raider. You know, you want to catch them off guard and come up from the side of them and things like that. But lately, running out with this weapon out, with the melee weapon, the speed feels faster, and I'm not sure if it actually is faster. If anyone wants to tell me if it is or not, let me know. I feel like it is. I feel like I'll try and check this out more coming up here later, but it feels faster. I'm not sure if it is, but it definitely feels faster. So like, I was under the impression that, I mean, I've run with my gun out before and I can you know, outrun other players, but I don't know, for some reason it feels faster. I don't know, maybe I just, it feels that way just because of how the movement is, but yeah, so I'll have to kind of look into that. Like I said, if anyone knows, feel free to comment that below, and check the comments below, see if that's there. If that is there, I'll pin it up on the top, so if any of you guys comment there, you can check that out. So now I'm over here on D. Wasn't gonna waste any time, just got out of there. They'll normally spawn on that side to my right, but this time they spawn out. They'll usually spawn there to my right or right ahead of me, and that's where they're at. And I'm unsure which one I want to take, and I do the same mistake again. I take out this guy because I wasn't sure what he was going to do, and I saw him first. I couldn't find the other guy, so I was like, I want to take him out, even though he was trying to put spots on people. The reason why is because the scout class and the medic class are just notorious for running up with you with a bayonet charge, and I just didn't want to deal with that. So that's what I was trying to watch out for. Then they all spawn on him right there. So I mean, it was kind of I'm not sure if that was the best play. I'm not sure the guy would have ran up and bayonet charged me or not, but you know, I'm still alive, so we're gonna be okay here. Like I said, you lose one battle, you're gonna win the next 9. So not too concerned. Get myself readjusted here. Find out where the enemy team's at. I'm seeing them on the radar, so that's helpful. And even though we kind of lost it there, we were able to bring that right back. So not too bad. I would have liked it a little smoother than that. I had a little instances of those situations happening right there, but I think that's pretty much the last of that right there. Like I said, that's kind of one thing you want to kind of be careful of. As much as you do want to kill those scout people that are just hanging out there, not really doing much. It's just sometimes it's not worth it, and it's just not helping your team. You're chasing one guy over there, and you could be on the territory, you know, killing enemy players. That's why when people say, like, if you get high kill counts, like, the best way to get high kill counts is play the objective. You got one guy out across the map, it's not worth to get one kill, and you have to run all the way back. There's 8 guys right there I have to do with, so just play the objective. If you want to get crazy high kills, that's the best way to go do it. So, this guy made a little bit of a mistake right here. I saw someone dead, like, around this area, and I could hear something. I just couldn't see. Your best option is not to shoot. Just let me move by and bayonet charge from behind. That's the best way to take that out. Just don't move. Be quiet. Don't move. Wait for me to move away. And the moment I move past you, though, if you want to get up and move, because if I get too far ahead of you, I'm going to hear your footsteps coming. I'm going to hear that charge coming, and you want to keep that charge and that charge scream as minimal as possible. So the further you are away from me, the longer I'm going to hear that scream, and it's going to alert me much quicker that you know, I'm going to have more time to react to you bayonet charging me. So yeah, now they're over here. They're going to spawn across from me up in that hill right there, so I'm trying to get up to him. That guy could have bayonet charged me there. He made a mistake. I saw that one coming up. Again, when you see these people moving at you with the speed, you want to be careful of that. With specifically the scout and the medic classes, they do want to push you and they want to charge you, and they're going to bayonet charge you. So assault classes will sometimes do it, not always though, but for sure they're going to do it, especially with scout classes. So yeah, that guy made a little bit of a mistake right there, and he gave a little break. He might have been able to do it there too, but it kind of, that's why I was kind of getting on that terrain there, because it is more difficult to kind of maneuver around that terrain. So, and here's a situation here. This is an assault class, so I'm respecting what he could be using. I'm not sure when he drops down there. I'm not sure if he's going to try to use. That's why I threw that grenade. I didn't charge him. I could have charged him, and him laying down there, I could have easily gotten a trench raider kill. And I didn't do it with my club, because they can lay down and he'll drop out an AT rocket gun and shoot you and you're done. And I've had that happen to me several times. So the moment they lay down, you just move, just hide yourself quickly and see what he's gonna do. So yeah, he's gotta definitely be aware of that. So that's why I threw that grenade there, and that caused him to stand back up. And then one moment when he stood back up, I knew I was okay. He wasn't gonna be able to do it. Especially too, he had the Hell Regal. I'm pretty sure. Or he had the automatic. Either one of those I wasn't concerned about, because neither of those can carry a bayonet on them. So that's why I wasn't. Yeah. So you're just kind of being aware of what weapons they can have and what they're using. And when I realized that, I'm like, I'm fine. I'll win this battle. So I want to kill him really quick though, because and put some damage on him. Make sure there's no squad spawns on him, and no one spawns on him, and no one tries to shoot me across the map, because I am going to take some damage with it. But I was in good shape there. So back over here to F. Watching myself from behind. Guy spawns on the other side right there. It's cavalry class. If you're a cavalry class, please do not get off your horse when you challenge me. Please, your best option is to stay on your horse, and you're going to see an instance of this later on, and I'll show you the reason why you want to stay on your horse. But I purposely leave my medic kit right there, and that's why I put it right there. When you drop your medic thing, sometimes it's the biggest distraction. You can drop it in certain areas. Again, the guy spawns right behind me, so always remember that. If they spawn on F, if they don't spawn on F, they spawn where I spawn at the very beginning of the game. The spawns are going to be different, but in this case, they're always going to spawn right there. So here he is. See, now he's coming. I'm not sure if this is the same guy or not, but now he's coming. I have grenades. You're not going to win this battle if you're trying to use the revolver. The revolver just doesn't do enough damage. How far away I am? 5 hits? I mean, I'm going to take forever to do this. It's just not going to work. And unfortunately, I have to use my grenades here. Your grenades are your best thing to do to take away that horse. You'll see an instance, and if you want to check another video that I'll link again in my card feed, that will tell you. It's called, I did like a little cinematic thing, because I was just, the whole time I was kind of thinking what this kind of looked like. And it looked like a bullfight, the way he was charging at me, and I was moving around from him. And the way I got away with it was throwing the grenade on me and having him charge at me. And the moment he landed on the grenade, he got like 70% damage on him. So I had no more grenades. There's no point in doing it. I just made sure to cap it. He was in the better. Now, he didn't know this. And even with my grenades, it's still difficult to do it. So he wasn't sure about that. And that's kind of held him back. And I was fine with that, because I was like, I'll cap F and I'll let my teammates spawn on there. Again, it wasn't worth me just trying to battle that, especially I think that tank came around too. So you have a tank and a horse, just get out. There's no point in it. Just come over here, recap it. Hope your teammates can spawn on there. You gave them a spawn point, which I was able to do. I was able to stretch it and give them, cap the base, and then just move on and come over here. So so now you see me up here, and I'm gonna jump up on the side here again, because this is kind of my spot. as you can see, here he comes. So this is why you want to be up here, because you're usually going to spawn up here, and it saves you from jumping up. You're going to see another instance too later on of why it's a nightmare to jump up. I think it's the worst thing in the game, hands down. The thing that frustrates me the most is this. I'll show you later the instance where I just cannot jump up somewhere. That's why I say the trenches are so dangerous, because someone's gonna bayonet charge you, and you're trying to jump up on these little ledges here, and you end up falling back down. You're gonna get yourself stabbed in the back. So I throw some terrible shots there. I don't know where that incendiary trip mine was. I'm not sure if that was me or my teammate, but I got away with one there. That would have hurt pretty bad. I think I still would have gotten maybe a little bit away with that one, but it still would have hurt. So here I am struggling to jump up here. This is exactly what I'm talking about. There's even a worse instances a little bit later, but now I'm trying to push them back. Again, I don't see them with I see a medic class. The reason why I'm up there, I see a medic class and I see a light machine gun class. I have no concern about an AT rocket gun, so I'm not concerned at all. And that right there is why I'm thinking there's something got to be going on with the grenades, because I had in my last game 2 people were throwing grenades at me from the medic class. They were launching out of that little launcher, and they were so on point. And then I threw that grenade, and that landed right on his feet. What is going on? This is weird. Those were just perfect. I've seen this. I don't know, these grenades, man. They're like a magnet to you. I don't know what's going on. It's kind of interesting. I wonder if there's something to that. I don't know about. But yeah, I see the tank over there. I spot him. It's not worth it. He was playing really conservative and trying to watch it over there, and like I've made mention in my other video, which is the sources video, where I talk about how to deal with having a lot of tanks. One tank's too many if you're on this trench raider kit, because this is like the worst class to try to take out the tank. You just might as well just move away. Just move away. Use your speed. You do have increased speed on this thing, and use that speed to leave and to find another place to camp. So allow your teammates to do. That's your teammates' responsibility. Your responsibility is to raid these places and raid them with everything you have. Run in there, guns blazing. Let everyone, let the enemy team shoot at you when your teammates are around, so they're all focused on you. And you become a bullet sponge, and let your teammates kind of pick off 1 or 2 guys, loop around, let your teammates come finish the rest, heal yourself, and you'll do work there. So I'll end up start getting some spam messages from this guy. He was really convinced I was cheating, but yeah, you can obviously watch for yourself here. So you'll see some messages from that person that's being spammed if you're curious what was going on. So yeah, now we got C, so I'm gonna push it back over to B. Like I said, B's kind of been a little bit my favorite lately, and I'm trying to again kind of watch out for any little thing. I was being very cautious about being bayonet charged. Like I said, I was just getting rocked yesterday with bayonet charges from behind, so I wanted to pick off anyone that was from behind me. The moment I saw anyone I knew was gonna have most likely a bayonet, I was like, I'm not even gonna bother. So I was getting melted from behind there. And here's a good thing I want to make mention of is that I haven't mentioned this before. You want to heal on the run. You really want to be very careful about stopping and healing anywhere, because at any moment you could be on spot and you don't know it, and the moment anyone knows you're not moving anymore, that's when they're going to make their charge and bayonet charge you. And so you want to move. Just keep healing on the run. Just keep healing on little healers here, little healers here and there. And just keep doing that constantly. Be very careful about staying put. Very risky doing. I always want to keep moving and just doing little heals here and there. It's kind of a tongue twister there, kind of hard to say. So that's what I've been doing a lot lately, because there's been some instances where you'll just stop and not move, and you end up getting yourself in trouble because someone put you on spot, or you're just not moving. And when you're not moving, you're a sitting duck, literally, So you wanna move and heal as you're moving and keep that flow going. So it's okay if you're not completely healed yet. You're gonna still keep getting yourself. If you want to still keep moving. You don't want to keep healing yourself, moving, and then getting yourself into more problems. You want to keep moving your way out as you're healing yourself out of the problem, and so your health goes all the way up slowly but surely. But not stopping. Don't stop. I would recommend moving. I'm finding it's more effective doing something like that. So we're good here. And I am making note here. I'm checking out. I'm hitting start here as well too, because I am trying to watch and see. I think I end up hearing a flame trooper kit coming up here soon, and so I'm checking to see if it's my teammate or if it's the enemy team. And so keep that in mind. Your start menu tells you so much information what's going on, and so when you hit that start menu, it lets you know if you're, who has what. And so hit that, hold the start button, and look at your start menu and see who's using what. And so that's kind of been my little thing that you should just keep note of and just be aware of that. They'll give you some information, tell you what people are dealing with. So yeah, this guy, I have him on spot. He's focused on my teammate, and I'm able to come up in from behind. There's one guy over here. I want to be very careful because, like I said, there's bayonet charges. I feel like a broken record right now. Just keep saying the exact same thing over and over again. Bayonet charges, just because I had such trauma yesterday off of that. So I get on the horse. I want to go push over here to F. And here's one of the instances where I just run right in the town. I don't know what this tank was doing. I'm pretty sure when you're in the horse or any vehicle, like if the vehicle kills you, if you die in the vehicle, you die instantly. I'm not exactly sure if the tank hits you straight on with a trench or it gets an instant death. I don't think it is, but I wouldn't want to. Don't try to experiment on that. But I've had instances before. I felt like it was a pretty solid hit on me, and like with the actual rocket, and I still survived from it. So that's kind of, I want to say that's the case. I'm not really sure. It felt like it was. I could be wrong, but yeah, I feel like, which would be kind of weird because you would think the AT rocket gun, the tank rocket out of it would be the exact same, but I don't think it is. Even with the actual, even if you're on Soysons and you have to deal with the, what is it, the Tank Hunter Elite class, I'm even pretty sure that that's not even a one-hit kill. I was watching one of the people try to test that out, and I think from the tests that I saw, I didn't see the shot take out the trench raider kit with that one shot. It weakened them pretty far, but it wasn't a direct kill. But again, I haven't really seen this in-game happen, so I wouldn't, if you're on a streak, it would be a bad time to try to test that out. So yeah, I was kind of cleaning that up there. Just, again, kind of watching everywhere from behind. I figured they were gonna. I just wanted to eliminate as many squad spawns as I could. That's what I was really trying to do. So I come over here and I drill some smoke grenade, and I'm gonna test these areas where they could be hiding to see if they're there, and they're not. So that's just, even if you don't get the kill, it's a good test to tell you if there's any hit markers. So guy ends up running around, which is fine by me. I try to shoot him, and then I'm aware that they probably heard me, or they definitely did hear me grunting, so they know I'm here. So I'm just gonna loop all the way around. There's more of my healing on the run that I'm doing. I want to kind of be careful over here too, because I had a kind of crazy instance. I think it was yesterday. Yeah, it was yesterday, where I was on a crazy streak as well too, and what was it? A light machine gun class came in, and he dropped a limpet, and he wasn't even trying to jump it on me. He didn't even know I was there, but he dropped it right here, and I met him at this turn, so I hit him, and I didn't see the limpet drop, and it dropped on me, and it killed me. I was at full health too, I'm pretty sure. It was pretty crazy. So here they're making a bit of a push, and I'm trying to be careful, and I missed him on my swing, and I just dipped out. I didn't want to get bayonet charged, and I feel like I'm deja vu right over here where I was at with my last vid I had made really quick of me kind of battling right there. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna get out of here. Here they are trying to bayonet charge me again. So I'm maneuvering around. I'm getting kind of nervous here. This is it. Right when this music starts happening, this is when everyone wants to kill you, right? So I'm just done with playing the objective now. I'm just gonna live. We won the game here. There's no need to be concerned about it. And then I jump up and there's a tank right there. It's just, it was like the timing of the tank that was right there. So like I said, a little bit of luck, maybe a little bit more than just a little bit this round, but yeah, I was able to get away with it and come up here and get one more kill at the end of the game, just kind of finish it off. So yeah, that's basically it for you guys. That was a 75 kill train trader kill with a total 77 kill game. Thanks again for watching, guys. I appreciate you guys being here, and I'll see you guys again later. Peace.